You're watching 48 Fastcast.
All right, y'all, 7:01, welcome in. Thanks for joining us for the 48 Fastcast this morning. Kind of a dreary start to our day, part two, but definitely not as rainy as it was yesterday.
We don't have the rain that we had, or the amount of rain that we had yesterday, which is good, but you still want to take your times on the roadways.
Yeah, forget yesterday. It was not great. Today, it gets a little bit better. I'm not saying it's a perfect fall day, but it is an improvement, that's for sure. Some of you still dealing with some drizzle, maybe even some light showers showing up here on the radar, favoring the areas and locations along and east of I-65, also up into parts of Middle Tennessee. This will really be it as far as our rain chances go for the day. If you do run into the mist, drizzle, or sprinkles, it will be during your morning hours. That will taper off as we go into your afternoon. And the afternoon will actually bring some peaks of sun, at least for some of us, not all of us. If you're in Northwest Alabama, you'll be the first to see some of that October sunshine. What a mess we have up in the Northeast. Cold temperatures too, so this is a very cold rain event for the Northeast. Visibility has improved. Earlier, it wasn't so much fog as it was low clouds, and those low clouds are still with us, but the roads are wet. If you can, allow some extra time out the door. Mid 40s to low 50s. We only warm up a couple of degrees, and that has to do with the direction of the wind out of the west-northwest right now, about 10 to 15 miles per hour.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
All right, taking a look at the Parkway in Huntsville right now. You can see things still look like they're moving very well so far. No major complaints, but we do have our first accident of the day to report in the Huntsville area. And this is on 72, blocking a lane there due to a crash on 72 both ways at Campbell Drive. So if you're in that area going on 72, just be aware of that. Zooming out to your main traffic triangle, no major slowdowns. 565 looks like it's moving amazingly this morning. Your drive time so far not looking too bad if you're coming down from Meridianville to Huntsville, about 25 minutes. Well, this morning in DeKalb County, the search continues for a man accused of shooting at authorities during a traffic stop. The Powell Police Department says they tried to pull over the man you see on your screen right now, Gary Childers, yesterday. We're told he kept going and eventually fired shots out of his window. Now, this is a video shared with us by a viewer of the incident. You can see several police cars in a wooded area and officers with guns drawn. The video also shows a white van with the driver's door open. The DeKalb County Sheriff's Office says he eventually crashed into a power pole on Bailey Chapel and Jones Road, which is where we're told that the gunfire was exchanged. No one was hurt, thankfully. People who live along Jones Road are still being advised to stay inside. Childers was last seen running through a large patch of woods.
Several people in DeKalb County say they will take part in a march for August, both today and tomorrow, to demand answers in the case of an injured high school student. Deschler High School student August Borden was badly injured on August 19th while at school. He was airlifted to UAB Hospital with multiple skull and facial fractures and was unconscious for 2 days. The Madison County District Attorney's Office was tasked with investigating the case. They closed it without any charges, calling what happened to him a, quote, freak accident. However, Borden's family is still looking for answers. Tuscumbia Police and Colbert County deputies will increase their security presence ahead of the protest. There will be additional officers at the high school today and ahead of the high school football game tonight.
Also this morning, 3 of the 4 men arrested in a human trafficking sting in Morgan County will remain in jail without bond. A judge made that decision yesterday. On Friday, Morgan County deputies arrested Raul Aleman, Barry Cook, Terrence Carter, and Logan Hansard. Our partners at the Decatur Daily report Cook, Hansard, and Carter all had their Anaya Law hearings yesterday, and the judge decided to keep them behind bars until trial. Aleman will have his Anaya Law hearing later this week.
Well, still to come, staff at East Lawrence High School are cracking down on vaping at school. Learn how they're doing this ahead.
Welcome back. Staff at East Lawrence High School are seeing a major decrease in students vaping thanks to a new tool.
Yeah, earlier this week, school officials installed AI-powered vape detectors in all of the school's bathrooms. Now, the sensors use AI to detect if there's smoke, vapes, or THC inside. They also get a sense if people are getting into a fight by detecting punches and slaps. Assistant Principal Logan Pouncey says the school's sewage pipes in the restrooms were getting backed up because students were flushing their vapes down the toilet out of fear of being caught. Pouncey tells us when students are caught vaping, they have a long talk with him and receive in-school suspension.
Many kids have come to me and talked about how they've quit, talked about the withdrawal symptoms that are hard, but then when they're done, they feel so much better. They're not depressed, they're not anxious, they're not as tired.
Pouncey tells us they plan to install vape sensors in the gym, hallways, and outside of the building going forward.
Now, your First Alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
7:07 on a Thursday morning. Cloudy, it's damp, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Most of this is drizzle, maybe some lighter showers in the mix there if you head out into Jackson, Marshall, and DeKalb County. But the drizzle, mists, rain threat, that will wrap up by mid to late morning. One thing that stays with us for the entire day today, northwest wind sustained about 10 to 13 miles per hour, gusting 15, 25, maybe up to 30 miles per hour. And the clouds will linger for a while, but I think the later we go into the afternoon, eventually we could potentially see some breaks in the clouds, even some peaks of sunshine, especially if you live in northwest Alabama. For tonight, low of 37, clear skies, and the wind will die down. So clear, calm conditions. Might even see a patchy light frost for portions of Middle Tennessee and maybe out toward northeast Alabama. Forecast for tomorrow, trick-or-treating or Halloween activities. We'll start off in the 50s, a bit breezy and falling quickly into the 40s. The weekend is also trending cool with highs in the upper 50s. Weekend rain chances, maybe some light showers come in late Saturday night, overnight into Sunday. And next week actually looks quite nice. We're back to a sunnier and drier stretch of days.
All right, looking forward to that. Looking forward to Halloween tomorrow night. But it's still going to be a great day, guys.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good one. We'll see you later.